Alright, hello guys, and welcome back to a little bit different of a video. Today we're going to be doing a tier list for the new NHL Adidas Reverse Retro jerseys. I'm personally really excited about this. Jacob and I were talking a little bit about it before we actually got into the video, so we have a little glimpse of who we thinks are really good for each other, but this will be our final ranking, so obviously you got the best A, B, C, D, and delete this. So we'll get started right off into this. We'll go back and forth and then talk about it. And you can start with the Hurricanes, Carolina Hurricanes.
We're not starting off with a good one. I like the design at the bottom of the jersey, but I don't like the canes across diagonally down the jersey. It kind of reminds me of those ugly old Sens jerseys that just said Sens and they were diagonally down. So I'm gonna give this a D. I like the design at the bottom of the jersey, but that's about it.
Yeah, and there really is no creativity because they look the same as their alternate away jerseys. And the only difference is that they're white, so there really is no reverse retro to it. Like,
Yeah.
I think they should have gone with the hurricane flags. Those would have been way better than.
Or I would have liked to see kind of what the Avs did last year, where you use the Whalers logo, but you use your colors. I think that could have been cool.
Yeah, I really don't like the how basic the design is. I think they definitely missed on that, and it kind of just it looks the same. But like you said, I do really like the difference in the bottom of the jersey and how it has a different look to it. So I do like that. I'm up with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, I think the Blue Jackets is a little bit hated on. I don't think it's terrible, but I don't really like the. I don't know. I feel like it's very blue oriented. I do like it better than the Canes jersey, but I think I'm gonna. I still think I'm gonna put it in D just because I just don't. I don't really like how blue centric it is. Like, it's not terrible. They had a decent idea. It's just they kind of missed. I really like their last one where they had the old CB with that logo, or maybe bring back a
They
different
should have
one of their
used the
logos.
bug logo.
Yeah, there's just. I feel like they did a decent job. It was just they're kind of basic. I don't think they're that great, but at the same time, I don't think they're terrible. You know what? And that's the definition of average, so I'm actually going to move them up into C. Just because it's.
That is a Travis. These things need to be deleted. This is an
All right,
awful
then
jersey.
I'll keep them in D. I'll agree. I'll meet you in the middle and keep them in D because I don't think they're that bad that they need to be deleted, but I
Yeah.
don't think they're great to the point where they need to be too high. I'll keep them in D just because I think they're kind of average at best. Uh, Going to and the difference here is we have two people, whereas if you saw some other people's videos, they either have one person, so only their thing agrees. They have multiple people, so they can all vote on it. So yeah, there's a difference between what we're trying to do here and what everyone else has, but we're gonna figure it out from there. You're up with the New Jersey Devils.
Now, I really like this jersey. I think the colors are either a callback to the Kansas City Scouts or the Colorado Rockies. But I really like these jerseys. I think they're better than those like Christmas ones Devils fans
Oh
seem to be
yeah,
obsessed with. I don't understand that.
I know the
But
white ones you're talking about.
I'm in between a B or an A because I really like the colors on this jersey. I just think it looks nice and clean. Um,
if if this will help you, I would personally put it in B. I do like the colors, but I don't know. I'm sure you saw the bar down one, and they talk about how there's no yellow in the logo, so that other like it just kind of looks like it's missing something. So that's why I would put it in B because I do really like the colors and the combination of the colors, and it's something different. It's something we haven't really seen, and they just kind of if they put a little bit just like a yellow ring around the logo and it would have looked that much better, but it kind of looks like the other yellow was forced in there
yeah,
without it.
I'm
So
good with B because I'm thinking about the jerseys I personally have in A. It's not as good as them, so I'd go with
yeah,
B.
and at the end we can go through and adjust it from there. All right, so I'm up with Detroit. This right here, this is a terrible jersey. I hate this jersey. I don't like anything about this jersey. It's so bland, basic. I mean, granted, you got to go back and you got to think about how much Detroit really has to work with, and it's not that
Yeah,
much, but they got to be deleted. This is a terrible jersey. There is no
it's
creativity. This is like the one jersey design in NHL where it just has like the block across the chest and you put the logo in the. It's I don't like it. I think they need to be deleted. You're up with the
while we're at
Coyotes.
it. Should we just put the Blackhawks one down there with it as well?
Yeah, I think we can go ahead and just skip into that one too, because looking at them side by side, they are so
Very
similar.
similar.
They are so similar. But yeah, we can definitely just go ahead and boot that one down into delete this too. All right, so you're up with the Coyotes.
I personally love this jersey. I have an original version of this jersey, and I think it looks really cool with orange. I think it's meant to be like, this is meant to be sunrise, and the other one is sunset. I love the design at the bottom of the jersey. I think it's really cool and unique. Love the Kachina head, so I'm gonna give this an A.
I also really like the logo, like or not the logo, the
Design.
fonts, the fonts on the numbers. Like they're kind of different. Like they look kind of basic, but it's got like that weird, like somewhat. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the he, her, me hoimanoi SpongeBob, the Doodle Bob. That's what the
Hmm.
font kind of reminds me of, how it speaks in upper and lowercase. It kind of gives me that vibe. But I do really like this jersey. I mean, the Coyotes don't miss with the old Kachina logos and everything, and so I think this is a really good jersey. I agree with it. Uh, Going to the Sabres jersey, the only way they could have made this better is if it was the
The
original red
original
and black.
colors.
But with the yellow and blue, it still does look really good. And I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna put it in A. I really like this jersey.
I like. I personally have it in B. It's because I just don't think it looks as good in the white. And I did hear this from Bar Down, and when they say it, it makes sense. Like it seems like the white, there's a lot of dead space, especially at the top and bottom of the jersey, and it just seemed like the black filled that out a bit better than the white did. I do think it's a great jersey, but I would prefer to have seen it in the original black and red.
I would be. I'd be willing to let's. I want to get to the end, see what other ones we put in A before I decide that, because I might. I see what you're saying, and there is a lot of dead space in the white, but I want to let me move it. Let me see what we do and what else we put in there, and then I can help decide. All right, the Kings jersey. I think I have a feeling I know where you're going with this, because I think I'd be going the same way you would with the Kings jersey.
I'm gonna go with the B. I think
Wow, really? I thought you were gonna go with A. I really like this jersey.
it's a very nice jersey, but I think the one they released last year was better.
The one thing that I don't like about the whole Kings, like, I don't know how to
Laker
describe
colors.
it, but the way that they make their jerseys is they just throw on the Lakers colors. Like, I mean, it's just I don't really like that about the Kings. Like, I like how they have the black and white. Granted, there's not much to do with black and white, and you can only do so much. But like the Stadium series they had, where like it was cut in half, black and white with the LA. I love that jersey.
I hated those.
I think that jersey looks amazing, but I do like them going back to the old crown. That's definitely something different than just having kings across the chest. So I do really like it. I can agree with B. All right, the Florida Panthers jersey. This is
Ooh, this is an
personally
A.
in my top three. I love this jersey. This
Yeah,
jersey
this is a
is
great.
amazing. It is a total it's totally different from anything else that any of the teams did. They went to the old semi kind of like the flag with the hockey stick instead.
So it's a shoulder crest.
Yeah, I really like the jersey. And this is definitely going in an A. And I also like the fact that it's baby blue. I mean, it
Yeah,
has a different vibe to it than any other jersey in the NHL. So I really really like this jersey. That's
yeah.
definitely
I'd,
going in an A.
I'd put it in an A. I really like. I personally think that shoulder crest works as a main logo, and it's really something different. We haven't seen the Florida Panthers really do anything similar to that.
Yeah. Going to the St. Louis Blues.
Ooh,
This one's an interesting one.
yeah. I don't. Hmm. I'm not sure how to feel about these. I'm stuck between C or B.
If it helps, I think I would personally go B. At first, I looked at it, I didn't really like it, but the more I look at it, the more I like the old, old fashioned S to it. Like some of these, it's just the same logo, and then they just like changed colors or just did something a little bit different. Like there's not really much you can do. The blues, I like the change in the logo, just the slight change in the logo, how it's a little bit skinnier. They go with a yellow instead of a blue jersey or a white jersey, which is something that I don't think we've ever seen with the blues. So I think it's a B. Obviously, it's your choice, but I do. These jerseys have grown on me quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm good with the B.
All right, now just because I already know where you're gonna go with this, and I'm going with the Calgary Flames jersey. I'm gonna stick it in C. If it were up to me, I'd put it in D. But I know I really do like the colors. But it's just that weird diagonal at the
I
bottom
like that diagonal
that gets
strip.
me. I don't like that. I mean, it looks so out of place. Like it doesn't seem like it should be there, and that's what I don't like about it. So, but I do like that they brought back the red and black. Red and black is one of the best color combinations in all of sports. It's amazing. I love the red and black with the hint of the yellow, and it kind of brings back the Jerome Iginla days. You have the where they had like the red jersey with the black C. That was amazing. But I'll stick it in C because I do think it's a decent jersey. It's just that bottom diagonal stripe that doesn't do it for me. I don't like
Yeah,
that. And
I would personally put it B or A, but I'm good with C. I know, I like that diagonal strip. You haven't
and
seen
I mean
any other jerseys do that.
I've heard it go both ways. You know, I've seen people where I think in Bar Down they said it was an A or B on theirs.
Hey,
I
yeah,
saw someone else who did it and they have the exact
put it
reaction
like
to
a
me
B.
where they look at the diagonal and they're like, "What is this? Why does this
Why
exist?
are you doing
Why
this?
are yeah exactly?" So I think it's an average jersey. I mean, this random stripe at the bottom really brings it down. If they were to keep it straight, I think I'd probably put it in a B. But since it is diagonal and it's kind of
I
weird to
think
me,
the
C.
diagonal strip makes it stand out, and I really like the outline of the logo. That orangish red, I think it makes
Mm-hmm.
that white logo really pop.
All right, you're up next with the Oilers.
I'm gonna go with B because I think the original jersey is better, mainly because I just think the oil drop looks weird and orange. But other than that, I really like this jersey. I was always a fan of this jersey. When I was younger, I thought it was some sort of like comet, but and now I see it's like the gear, the oil drop. I really like it. It's a change up for the Oilers, who other than that really don't have any jerseys that are really ex, ex, like unique, I should say.
Yes,
But yeah, I really like this jersey, so I'm putting a B.
I like that. Like you said, I like that they went back to the oil drop. It's something different that you haven't really seen. They have that one jersey with it, and they haven't really gone back to it. So looking at that, yes, I see what you're saying. And the orange does kind of look weird on the oil drop. It doesn't look normal, but I'll agree with that in a B. Next, I got up the Sharks logo, which
Ooh,
or the Sharks jersey, going back to the old Seals.
California Seals.
I mean, I the more I look at it, the more it grows on me. But I'm probably gonna go with D. I also don't like that the font doesn't really stick. Like the number font doesn't match the front font, and obviously you can't go with like that weird small font for the numbers. You have to have a certain amount taken up with the numbers. But I mean, still, like it's just the numbers are so big and blocky, and then the logo on the front is like it just has a different feel to it, and I don't like that. It's There's a lot of missing space there with the empty white, and so I was actually thinking about this just looking at the other jerseys we were going with. I'm gonna move Buffalo down to a B because I don't think they're anywhere close to the Florida Panthers jersey or the Coyotes jersey.
Yeah.
Uh, and like you said, it's the empty space. There just seems like there could be something done, whether it's a simple shoulder patch or whatever. There's got to be something done, and
Yeah, I would have preferred if the Sharks used the old California Golden Seals logo
yeah,
where it's the seal skating. I would have preferred that than this. The I just think the S's are weird on the font.
yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. So yeah, I'm good with D.
All right,
They're cool colors. I'm glad they are throwing it back to the Seals, but not my
yeah. This
favorite.
is another thing that's like different from the. This is another one that's different from what they normally do.
Yeah.
You're up with the Boston Bruins jersey.
One of the first ever alternate jerseys. I like it. I think the bear is kind of funny. He kind of looks a little like content. Like he has a definite like look on his face. I'm gonna go with B. I like the design at the bottom of the jersey with the yellow pinstriping mixed with the brown.
I I agree with that. I like B. I like that they did the old Winnie the Pooh bear logo. I think that's really cool. That's not something they usually do. They're usually sticking with that solid B. So I do
Yeah.
really like that. I like it in B. Uh, I'm up with the Minnesota Wild. Something about this Minnesota Wild color scheme that they do just gives me Sprite vibes or Subway vibes. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's a C. I mean, there's nothing that really stands out to me. I do
Yeah.
like they changed the color scheme of the logo and made it match the jersey, but overall, I think it's a decent jersey. I wouldn't run out of my house and be like, I need to go get this.
Yeah.
All right, you're up with the Predators jersey. I feel like this is one you either love or you hate.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with C. Actually, I would be interested to see what it looks like with a blue background, but I think the Nashville above the logo just the font looks kind of out of place with the logo. I do think it's a funny logo with its yellow eyes, and I'm glad they brought it back, but I'm just gonna go with a C because I think it would look better with the blue background instead of the yellow.
I like this
And
too.
but it's not even the original like mustard yellow.
Yeah, I like this ranking. I do see what you're saying where the Nashville just kind of looks out of place.
Yeah, it looks
It looks
weird.
like they're kind of going with that trying to go with that football jersey thing where they have like the name across the top of the jersey and it's not something you really see, but I do like that. And I also like that they changed that it's not the you've never seen the front of the cat in their old logos. It was always the side. So I do like that they kind of changed up the logo a bit and made it a bit different. So I I think it's good. I like you said. I think it's a C. It's not great. It's not terrible. Again, another one that I wouldn't rush out of my house saying I need to go get. All right, I'm up with the Ducks, and this is one they can never miss on. Every time they go back to this logo, it's gonna be great as long as they don't mess up the color scheme. I'm going with an A for the Ducks. I love
Really, an A.
I love the Mighty Ducks logo. The I like that they changed it up. It does kind of go similar with their old like white with the purple ones, the one that you see in the actual Mighty Ducks movie with the teal. I actually have one of those, but yeah, I think it's a good jersey. I like that they changed it up, have the orange at the bottom instead of the teal. I think it's a good jersey.
I would personally go with a B because I think those original ones are better, but I'm not mad at an A.
Kind of goes back to the old movies, and I think that's what kind of brings it out, the nostalgia. All right, I'm gonna skip this one because I think there's two that we're gonna be fighting to put in the best. So I'm gonna skip those two and go with the rest. Uh, so next we're gonna go with the Colorado jersey.
I'm gonna go with B. I like that they went back to the Colorado flag colors. It's been a while since they've done that. Reminds me of the Colorado Rockies in the old and their old franchise. So I'm gonna give it a B. I like it. I'm glad they did something different.
I like it. It is a good jersey. I like that they have like something a little bit different on the bottom with the kind of mountain looking thing there.
Yeah.
And like you said, the Colorado flag. It's not a logo you see often, and I think it's better than the other one that they had with the flag in the triangle or
Oh, with the mount, that
yeah,
was not a good
that one that
jersey.
was not a great jersey. I think this is a better version of that. So I think they did pretty good. All right, This is another. I feel like I'm getting all the good ones, but this is another really good one. The Dallas Stars. I like that they went back to the old logo. I want to hang on. I'm just gonna get their actual jersey so I can make sure I see the right version of it. But just looking at it from this far angle that you can't really see on, I think it's a really good looking jersey. They go back to the Mike Modano days. Uh, I don't like that they tried to keep their original colors, and I can be swayed to move it, but I think I'm gonna put it in B.
Yeah, I
All right,
would. That's where I'd keep it.
all right then yeah, I didn't know if you were gonna tell me if you were gonna go with A, but I
No,
think
it's
it is
not
A.
that good.
I do like the old the fact that they went back to the old Stars logo and changed it up a little bit. All right, you're up with the Kraken. This is another one where they didn't have much to work with.
No, I think it would have been cool if they used the Anchor logo or
Yeah.
if they used like the Seattle Supersonics colors just to change things up or use the Seahawks colors. But like going off of it, I have to give it a D. I understand they like Vegas, they don't have a lot to work with, but I just think it would have been cool to see a different logo or different colors.
I I agree with you. I mean, like you said, they don't have much to work with. They could have done a different logo, and I feel like if they went with the Supersonics colors, that would have been better because it's. I think the Supersonics are kind of known to Seattle. That's some team that you always know about, and then they left. So I think the Supersonics colors could have been cool, but I do like it in a D. I don't really like the big blue up at the top and then the like 17 smaller
It is,
stripes after that.
it is weird blocking.
Yeah, I don't like the way the jersey looks. They do have a really cool logo though. I do really like their logo, but they should have done a different one. Uh, I'm up with the Vegas one, and up until I learned this fact, I thought it was kind of basic, but just because
It
they
goes
have
in.
it that it glows in the dark, I'm putting it in C. Uh,
Yeah,
I do think it's a pretty good logo. I like the black. I like that they went with the Vegas across the chest. Vegas has done a really good job of, even though they don't have much to work with, they change it up a bit so that it's something different every time. Like last year's, they had the shoulder patch that they had as their main logo. They do change it up a lot, and so I like what they did there. So uh, I'm going to go with a C on this.
yeah, I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it
I
is.
agree. You're up with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
This is an A.
I
I
love
hate the Penguins, but I love that. I love this logo. Old Mario Lemieux and Yarmer Yager vibes. So very good jersey.
I really like this jersey. Like you said, as much as we hate the Penguins, I love the old like Robo Penguin looking thing. So I do really like this jersey, and it's another one where you can't really miss there. All right, I'm up with the Flyers, and this one it's another one that's growing on me. I'm not gonna put it too high, but I think it is a semi decent jersey. I know a lot of people are ranking it low, but I don't think it's that bad. Not as I look at it more.
It's not a bad jersey, but in terms of the reverse retro series, it's just
Well,
nothing
okay,
special.
so this is another one that you can't really do much with. The Flyers have
I
had
can
the same
understand that.
logo their entire history. They were trying to go back to that like the Bobby Clark days. You know what jersey I would have really liked to see? There were two that I would have been okay with over this one. The kind of something that played off of the old 2000 I believe it was 2012 Winter Classic jerseys that they had with the like tie at the top, and I think that
Yeah,
would have been really cool if they did a play on that, or if they brought back they had an old shiny logo. I think that would have been cool because that's
with the
not
gold.
no, it wasn't gold. It was basically the same logo, but the white was silver instead. And then they had like it looked like a light was glaring on part of it. So it was an original logo. It was something you haven't seen much, and it was just a change. I really like that. They keep the same font and everything with it. I'm gonna put it in C. I don't think it's a D, but I don't think it's that great. So okay, never mind. No, I looking at the other jerseys I have in C, I can't put this in a C.
For their warm ups, like those old pants they used to wear in the 80s for some reason. Like,
Yeah,
if you go back, you see Bobby Clark wearing those for some reason. But I just think it's funny that they brought back those Cooperall pants for the warm ups. I
just
would have liked to see them wear those in games. I just think that would look utterly ridiculous.
just and You have always said, I think it's you who has always said something to me about this, and the fact that they have the block over their for their name patch instead of just having a clean, clean slate back there. This is the only time that I will agree with you that the block, it looks very basic because it's a black block with white lettering, and then it's just a plain six, like a
Yeah.
plain black number. I use six because Sanheim's the one who's modeling the jersey. So I don't like that. That's the only time I would agree with you on that. And I would put it in C, but just looking at some of the other C jerseys, I can't put it up there with them. So I'm
It's
saying
hard
it's
to
a D
match them up.
plus. Yeah. Uh, all right, Montreal Canadiens.
And it's a throwback to the Expos, but I think this is a C jersey. It's nothing special for me. I know for some reason ESPN put this in their top five, which I personally think is a travesty. It's not a bad jersey, but it's nothing special at all. I'd see.
I can agree with you there. I think personally I would put it in D just because I really don't like the light blue. The light blue kind of throws it off for me, so I don't like that. But I can agree with the C. I don't like the red. Just is so popping that it's a little too much actually. Uh, the New York Islanders. I'm really interested to see what you
Fisherman.
say here. I think I'm too generous with these, but this is another one that I think is an A. They bring back the fisherman logo. I really
Yeah,
like that.
I like that fisherman logo that it's like the only human mascot we've seen when they had the fisherman, and I love that jersey because it's so out there.
Yeah, and I think it is still the only human mascot. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's just a really good one. I'm glad that they threw it back to the fisherman. Going to the Winnipeg Jets.
It's better than last year's jersey, but I'm gonna get I'm between C and B. I'm gonna give it a B. I think it could have been an A if they added some red, because I still think they haven't done that, or they should do a Jets jersey that's in the Thrashers colors. If they did that, I think it easily could have been
Yeah,
bumped up to an A, but I'd have to give it a B.
I would agree. This is another one. All right. I'm gonna start it out. I'm on the Rangers one. I'm gonna start it out with a B. I like that they did the old Statue of Liberty logo, but the only thing that kind of throws it off for me is they just threw in their current colors on it, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna stick it with a B. I don't think it's a terrible jersey, but again, not
I
another one.
would personally give it an A because I
All right.
really like the Lady Liberty jerseys,
I'll
and
I'll, I'll put it up in A.
I like that they updated the colors from last year. They had the original ones, and this year they have their current ones.
I can go with A. I was between an A and a B, so I can go with A. But like you said, I like the Lady Liberty. Going to the Sens jersey, I think you're up on the Sens jersey.
For me, it looks too similar to their current ones. Um, I'm gonna give it a C.
All right,
There's nothing special or that really stands out too much about them for me.
and I agree with you. I like the Sens jersey. I don't think it deserves to be hated on as much as it is, but like you said, it does look very similar to their current jerseys. So I'm gonna agree with you. Uh, Going to the Tampa Bay jersey, this is one that's ugly in a good way. I
Yeah,
like
it's
it
out
has
there.
it has the entire ecosystem on it. It's got the rain, you got the lightning on the sides, the water at the bottom. I like the idea that they had with it. It's a little weird, but I kind of like that it's a lot different than all the others. I'm going to put it I can be swayed, but I'm going to put it in a B for right now.
Yeah, I'm good with the B.
All right, and you're up with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
D. I
I
mean, I
agree.
understand they don't have a lot to work with, but come on, this. If you were to show this to somebody and said this is their new home jerseys or this has been their home jerseys, I don't think people would really like disagree with you or see that there's a difference.
All right, so I think for the best, it's a 1A, 1B situation, and it's
Yeah,
down between the Caps and the Canucks.
it's nuts.
I personally really love the Canucks jerseys.
I
Uh,
do too.
I
I love that logo.
I love the logo. It's one that we don't really see often. You don't see it all. I like that it's different because it has the number on the chest. You got
Hmm.
it's a decent font and it's a little different. It's not white; it's a cream color, so it's a little different
Yeah,
than always having
like
the
an
same.
off-white.
Yeah, so I really like the Canucks logo, and then with the Washington, you're going back to the Screaming Eagle. It's
Olaf Kolzig days.
the only thing that puts the Vancouver one over the Screaming Eagle for me is it's I mean it's the same black that I know the old jerseys weren't in black, they were in white, and this is the reverse retro, but I just don't I feel like it's just such a basic colorway to do the black. And so that's what does it for me, and that what makes Vancouver just slightly above the Washington jersey. Although they're both really good jerseys. Vancouver is one I might go buy just because I really like that
I
jersey.
that is a very nice jersey, but with the caps, I love that the originals were in white and blue, and then the shoulder crest is the Capitol building logo that used to be on the front. I like they moved it to the shoulder, and they put the Screaming Eagle on the front. Love that, and I like that the strip at the bottom where it's like diagonal that says Capitals in the blue and the copper. And it even though it's like one logo, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of dead space. I feel like that logo really fits up the jersey nice. And the reason I'm putting this above the Canucks, I understand is probably a little Homer-ish, but Darcy Kemper has like special pads and blockers that are copper. If you haven't seen them, look them up. They are really nice. Like it reminds me of like old Olaf Kolzig days, but his copper pads and blockers are really cool. And seeing the team with black helmets and black pants, I just think that's really cool. And and I hope they change the scoreboard for those games. I think that should be really cool.
Oh, see, you telling me that they just had black helmets and pants, that makes it even like that makes me want to put it up top even or
It,
Vancouver up
the,
top even more. I don't like when you're all one color. Like the Flyers wear their old Stadium Series jerseys, the black ones with the orange stripes on the shoulders, and those are black on black, but they have the white helmets to offset it. Like it's something a little bit different. I see what you're saying. I do think it's a really nice jersey. This website that I'm looking at has Vancouver ranked at 23, which I think is
Ew.
disrespectful.
That,
But and I think they have the Kings at 1, and then I think they have the Caps are at 6. So I don't know. I don't think it's an ugly jersey. I do really like the jersey, but I mean, just looking at them side by side, I feel like the Vancouver one just has more unique and originality to it than the Caps jersey, in my personal opinion. It's Vancouver's is something that you never see. It's something that is like it's a logo that you've never seen. The colors are a little bit offset from what they normally are, so it's not a unique colorway. You never see the numbers up here in the corner anymore. I think it's just all around perfect jersey.
yeah, I'd be good at with the best because I think those two are so close.
And it's not like a big difference. It's like the best and
Yeah,
then A plus. I'll even in the tier list itself, I'll even put the Caps in front of all the other A's. Uh,
yeah, and like seeing Darcy Kemper with those pads, I just think it's really nice. If you haven't seen them, look them up. They're bronze with blue and white. I mean, we haven't really seen any NHL team really use that. Maybe since there was a there's an Oilers goalie in the early 2000s that had like bronze pads, but other than that, we haven't really seen that.
Due to some technical difficulties, we lost Jacob, so I'm just going to close this out on my own. So, thank you guys for watching. This is going to be YouTube only video. We have more YouTube onlys with the NFL predictions that we do every week in all the teams for every week. So, we have a lot of fun doing that. You guys can check out our TikToks and Instagram stuff over right here in the middle here if you guys want to check that stuff out. Our podcast is Brotherly Love in the District on Spotify, Apple, wherever you guys find your podcasts. And you guys can email us questions, comments, stuff right there on the side too. at blndc at gmail.com. So with that, we are going to end it off there, and we will see you guys next time.